Let's talk about stringing together variables, meaning including them together. And let's talk about how to use name, which you see right here, in a sentence. So let's go together to Colab, and we're going to start off by defining a variable called name, and we'll assign that name a variable of Yoda. I'll do this in high speed. Next up, let's print Yoda. And let's change this print line of code to print your name is Yoda. Okay, the way you do it is as follows. You go print, then you open up quotes here, and you type your name is space, close the quotes, and then plus. Okay, so let's run this code right here. It now says your name is Yoda. So what we just did there was we added a string, meaning the plus sign, and then name, and we can string together items that way. Now, notice that I also put a space here. If I didn't put a space in here and we ran it, we would see your name is Yoda altogether. So let me just undo that and run that again. Now, we should not get confused with defining a variable as a string and stringing together items like we just did here. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple of more variables so we can print and string together multiple variables, which is a lot of fun. So let's have some fun by creating a new variable called height. And what we'll do is we'll make the height equal to 0.66, which is the height of Yoda, I think. Okay, so height equals 0.66. There we go. Next, let's create another variable called age and assign it a value of 900, which is Yoda's age. It's true. Equals 900. Great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to string together those three variables into a sentence. And we're going to get an error in a second, but that's okay because it's how we learn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the following in high speed. And we got an error. Why did we get an error? Well, Python is telling us down here that we can't use numbers in a string. Okay, so what you have to do if you want is you can double check to see what type you entered in for different variables there. And we talked about how to use type before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out the print line here for a second. Okay, great. And let's find out what data type our three variables are by typing type in high speed for all three. Okay, and let's run this now. And we're not going to get an error because we commented out this error line here. Okay, so we see here that only name here is a string, the first instance here. Okay, height is classified as floating, okay, because it's got decimals. And age is classified as integer because there's no decimals here. So the rule is that when you string together variables, they have to be classified as strings. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to uncomment this line right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Python to change age and height to string. So the way you do this is you go right here and you type str, open brackets like that. And then over here, str, open brackets like that. Then we close brackets and let's run this to see if it works. And it does. It says here, your name, height, and age is Yoda. That's the height, and the age is right here.